There comes a moment when the life you work so hard to build starts asking something new from you. And that moment can feel confusing because nothing is wrong, but something no longer fits. Hi, Nilda here. And today we're talking about one of the most important parts of transformation, and that is becoming. Because real change isn't just about what you do, it's about who you're becoming in the process. The hardest part isn't deciding what you want, although that is important. It's realizing that the version of you that created this life may not be the version meant to create the next one. Staying the same feels safe, and I know that. But over time, it starts to feel smaller. Becoming requires releasing old patterns, often ones you didn't even realize are running the show. This is the work that I do. I guide people through this process, not by forcing change, but by gently uncovering who they are becoming underneath all the noise. Because every dream, every desire, every calling requires a new version of you. Not a different person, just a more aligned version of who you already are. Becoming means letting go of the old identity that was shaped by protection, survival, expectations, or habit, and stepping into the identity that matches the life you want now. It's not pretending, it's remembering. You know, people often say that when you get older, you should stop dreaming. But I never believed that. Even now, I'm still discovering what's possible. And honestly, never in a million years did I imagine that I would be sitting here recording videos and sharing these conversations. But the desire to help others eventually became stronger than my fear. And here's a story about a woman I worked with. She had spent her entire life being the reliable one, the responsible one, the woman who held everything together. But deep down, she wanted more joy, more freedom, more of herself. So when I asked her, what do you want? And who do you want to become? She paused and tears came. She said, I never asked myself that before. I only asked people what they needed from me. That moment changed her life because once she named what she wanted and the woman that she was becoming, confident, peaceful, expressive, she began making choices that matched that version of her. And everything around her shifted then. So ask yourself, who am I becoming? What no longer fits me? And I'd like to give you a reflection for this week. Write down the sentence, the woman I'm becoming is, then describe her, how she speaks, feels, chooses, treats herself, how she carries her purpose. Don't worry about getting it right. Just let it flow. Because the more clearly you see her, the more naturally you become her. So in our next video, we'll talk about confidence. Not the loud external kind, but the quiet, steady confidence that comes from trusting yourself again. And here's what I've learned. Insight is powerful, but becoming isn't something most of us do alone. So if you're sensing you've outgrown your current chapter and you're ready to explore what comes next, I offer private strategy sessions for those who are ready to step into their next chapter with intention. The details are pinned at the top of my profile. Stay with me. You're stepping into something bigger than you realize.